hi, welcome to my channel. So I put up on my Instagram story and my WhatsApp status asking that you ask me questions or you drop your assumptions that you have about me, because somehow I suspect that people tend to misunderstand me a lot or misinterpret me. Is it me? Misinterpret my intention. Anyway, whatever. So I really wanted to see what people are thinking. So I said, you know what, just drop them on the comment section. Sorry, I had a poll, not a comment section, like a poll on my stories. And I said, reply to this poll with your comments, your questions, your reaction, your assumptions, and I would react to them. So, having seen all your points, I am here to do what? To have the final say about it. Because you're hearing it from the horse's mouth this time around. So it's no matter of, oh, Esther, I think you're this. Well, I'll tell you what I am in this video, so please stick around. If you're new here, you should subscribe. We are a happy family in this place. So I'll be answering them. Anyway, I'm using my phone to film this video, so I already have them where I would, in case you're not seeing me looking at the screen, that is why. So the first assumption I got, okay, not like the first, but I'm taking it in this order. Someone said you are extremely extroverted, and I'm like, are you sure? Okay, so right now I will not say I'm not an extrovert, but seriously, really, I don't consider myself an extrovert. Like when I see extroverts, I feel like my own extrovert is learning where they are. So in comparison, I am not an extrovert. So, but on a clear scale, I would say I like going out, but I am more of an introvert. More like I enjoy my company with myself. I like doing things indoors. I don't like going out at night. There's some outings I would rather stay at home than take up. So I consider myself an introvert. So you can say I'm an introvert because I talk, I like to meet people, I'm very open, I vibe. When I'm in the place, you just know that I'm there. Somehow, I don't know. So there's this term that they use, ambivert. I think I would just go for that. I think I would just go for ambivert. Ambivert should be fine. I think that fits me properly. Let's just say I'm an ambivert. So it means I can talk, I am open to meeting people, I love to travel to new places, I love to explore, right? So but at the same time I still have that I withdraw, I don't keep much people around me, I have a very small circle in reality and all of those things. So I would consider myself an ambivert. Okay, thank you. So assumption number 2, the person said you are a visionary person and I would like to know you better. I hope that's fine. So that person was right on point. I was so shocked. So people can notice that. I did not even know, because when I come to social media, I just want to be social. So I bring out all my social life to social media. I bring out all the social part of me. So there's some part of me that I think is not obvious on social media because I may not show that part. If you understand. So it's only those that know me in person that would know that part of me. So the person saying this thing, I said, like it's utterly obvious. So yes, that assumption is correct. I am a visionary person. I'm someone who is vision driven, vision minded, and this is not even about personal vision now. In general, in everything, I even know when I remember training back to when I was in school. I want to do things that are right. I want to do what is in school. I want to focus. I want to achieve a particular goal at this particular time. That kind of person. That's the kind of person I am. So yeah, you're correct when you say I'm a visionary person. And of course, not like of course, by the grace of God, I am privileged to know God's first plan for me. Let me say first, because you don't get to see how the plan goes. You just know the preamble. He just shows you the first part, right? So I don't know the whole full version of what his plan for me is, but I know what I am to, as in what he would have me do, that kind of thing. So yes, I am a visionary person. So that's part of me, kind of curtails me, if that makes sense. Like whatever I want to do, I consider that vision, I bring that vision into the picture. I envision it, and that's the word. I envision it to see, is this in line with what I have seen from God? Is this moving forward, will I have to cut off something like this, or will I have to proceed, having considered the vision that God will have for me? So yes, that person is correct. When I am not joking, when I'm not vibing, when I'm not, you see the vision part of me, but somehow I don't put a lot of it on social media, because I don't feel like social media is for relaxation. Let people come and relax. So I don't really bring all of that, but I think I should be bringing it. I think so. And then the person also said, can I know you? Can we? I think he said, can we be friends? Yes, you can know me, of course you can know me. If you send me an Instagram DM, I can assure you that chances are that I would see it within 3 to 5 working days. I will see your message and most likely reply to your message. So of course you can reach me on Instagram, and then we'll get talking from there. So the next question What is your biggest fear? Now, before now, I used to say, I don't have a fear, I don't have a fear, I don't have a fear, because I believe that, oh, the Lord has not given us the spirit of bondage again to fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So, because of it, I really never used to, identify with the spirit of fear in any way. So, but somebody has, people go on to explain to me that we don't mean literal fear, like spirit of fear, like what trying to say, like basically what's your greatest concern? Like, what are you the most concerned about? What are you the most careful about? So that's what they mean when they say what's your biggest fear. So I'm answering that question in this light. My biggest fear, my biggest concern is to be in the center of God's will for my life. It is basically to please God. That is my biggest, it's not a fear, it's a concern. That's my biggest concern. Whatever I want to do, it's not like I don't have so many ideas in my head. It's not like I don't have so many things I want to hop on. It's not like I don't have so many trending businesses I can do. Like when I think about, okay, what should I do now to make money? There are so many options, but I would scrutinize that process. I would scrutinize this in the word of God. I would make sure. One of my friends doing NYSL just told me that, Esther, she knew that I had the potential for YouTube, having heard me talk over time, and she was enjoying my company. And so she told me, Esther, is it that you're waiting for God to come and tell you, Esther, start a YouTube channel before you launch out to this YouTube channel? I laughed. I thought that, yes. Literally, yes. I know that's not realistic. It's not like I'm not waiting for God to come and say it in his voice. But yes, I was waiting for a good higher to go. And that is one thing that also restrains me a lot. It constrains me. And I don't have a problem with it. I'm very, very okay with it, because when I do it in that way, I have peace doing it, right? I have the inner peace. I have the inner witness. The Spirit is bearing me witness that I am not doing something out of his plan. So it may not even be a bad thing in itself. It may not be bad in itself. It may not be a normal idea, a normal thing. But me, we want to make sure that this is, one, pleasing to God, two, backed up by God. No matter how, the only thing I do on my own, by myself, without having to check, it's just like my normal daily routine: washing, bathing, eating, dressing. Even dressing sometimes, if the dressing is not convinced, if you're not convinced, like if I feel like this dressing is not pleasant for my brother's sake, the Bible says, when you consider your brother, so your brother will not fall. So if I feel this dressing is not pleasant for my, I would just not wear it. So that one is not so I'm waiting for God to lead me. His word already has led me in that regard. So I already know what the word has said about that kind of situation. So I don't need to pray about it. So, but in cases I need to pray about a thing, other parts of my life, trust me, I do it a lot. The school I go to, the next decision I make in my life, the relationship I enter, the business I venture into. If you know how many times I've tried to do lifestyle on YouTube, if you know how many times I've brought down my YouTube channel that you are watching right now, I bring down videos, I take it up, I bring down videos. If you know how many times, see, it's beginning to give confused. Like a lot of people would term me as a confused person, and that is how it comes off of. So what I was saying before the interruption came in, it was my phone telling me my space was filled up. I said, that's my biggest fear, that's my biggest concern. So even though I like something, I want to do it. If I haven't gotten an approval yet from God, if I have not felt led in my spirit, if I've not gotten the liberty of the spirit to go ahead, this isn't me hearing go directly, but if there's no freedom yet, if I feel a check, I'm not just going to go. Look at this YouTube. I know how many times I felt a check, and somehow they're looking as if somebody was a confused person, but I just know who I was. I didn't bother to explain to people. So, and that's because YouTube is large. You can't just say, oh, I'm a YouTuber. There are so many niches on YouTube. So what is your niche? So even if God is restraining you towards YouTube, or restraining me, it might not be the YouTube app itself. It might be about your niche. It might be a thing about your niche. It may be that it might have you do something else, something different. So that's why it took me so long to figure out what God will have me do. So I was basically test running. I would do one thing and post it. I won't have peace a couple of days. I'll go bring it down. I'll do that and post it. If I feel relaxed, I'll be like, okay, maybe it's getting better now. And then I will swerve the next day. It took time before I figured out, oh, I think this is about a niche thing. I think this is about what God will have me have on this platform, I think this is about what will have me communicate. It's not just anything I can talk about. It's not just everywhere I can be. Some sections are not for me. Some sections are for other YouTubers. I should allow them to explore. So even though I watch lifestyle, I might not be a lifestyle YouTuber, right? Like, as regards, leadings and what I feel led in my spirit to do. So I might love to watch lifestyle. It might be that I enjoy lifestyle, fashion vlogs, but it might not be what I am called to do here. So yeah, well, that is it. That's my greatest concern, my greatest fear. I don't want to ever be outside of the will of God for 2 minutes of my life. Like, I don't want to be outside. I don't want, in any regard, in any situation, in any setting at all, if I sense that I am against or anti-will of God, if I am anti that will, no, that would be a problem. That would be a problem. So yeah, that's my greatest fear, my greatest concern. God will keep helping us. So the next question says, what is your favorite Bible verse? Now my favorite Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 9:26. I therefore so run. And 27. Verse 20 says, I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. The next one says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. And this is my best and my favorite verse. I used to think I don't have a favorite verse, but like this is the verse that hits me in my early work with God, and ever since then it has patterned my life. So I'm not the person that would use opportunity because I know God, and I do some things and feel like I'll get away with it because I know God. No, I don't abuse that privilege, because this verse also says, after I have preached to others, that I myself will not be a castaway. So it's basically saying whatever I teach others, I am first living it. So yes, that's the person. That's my favorite Bible verse, 1 Corinthians 9:26 and 27. So if I'm going to do something, I would rather not talk about it. But if I must talk about it and preach about it, I also must live by what I preach. I'm so big on that. So the next question is, what mistake have you made that you're not happy about? The mistake I have made that I am not happy about, that I am thinking, does not mean I've not made mistakes, so please don't misinterpret this now. I'm just thinking about the not happy about part. I think that's the part that I really cannot resonate with, because not that I cannot resonate with it, not that I cannot relate to not being happy, but about the mistake that I made and I'm not happy about, really I'm not sure, because somehow all my mistakes have always drawn me closer to God in one way or other. It's always proven to me God's sovereignty. I've even seen God in a better dimension, in different light. I've seen him as Jehovah Rapha, I've seen him as my protector, I've seen him as my healer, I've seen him as my deliverer in so many mistakes that I have made. I don't know if it's because I'm a believer, I'm born again, I work with God. I don't know if that is why after a mistake, I tend to see the good part of the mistake, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I'm not trying to act like I've had perfect mistakes, but I want to see which one am I not happy about right now. If it is a decision, maybe I can answer that question. Like, what decision have you made that you're not happy about? And that I'm not happy about the decision does not mean that it's a bad decision. No. Maybe it's just costing me. So that is the reason why I'm not happy about it, because maybe it's not convenient, it's demanding. And just like some people that will go and enroll for masters and they start acting like, who sent me to go and do this masters? Because at this point now it is demanding to them. They wish they didn't have to do it. So if that's the case, maybe I can answer that question. But seeing a mistake that I am not happy about, I'm not sure I have any of such. The one mistake I would have pointed out, it's even turned out a miracle for me, and it's revealed so many things for me. It's brought me to dimensions with God. It brought me to levels. I'm not trying to sound cliche now or sound perfect, but seriously, I am looking for that one mistake that I have made that I am not happy about. Okay, I think I see one. It was in university. So in uni, in 200 level, I did not study as hard as I did in 100 level. In 100 level, I had the first class anyway. So, it's first class GP, like after my second semester. And I will not say it got into my head, but somehow I look like I have mastered this thing now. Okay, I know what works for me. I know the technique, to study this and everything. So the next semester, I didn't do as well. And I didn't do as good as I did in the previous semester. And also, there was a relationship kind of thing. I won't call it a relationship because it was really, really short. And looking back now, seeing real life relationship and seeing school relationship, I'm like, was that a joke? Because that is giving me vibe as though it was a secondary school relationship. So I will not count it as a typical proper full-blown relationship. But I got into something like a relationship, yes. And was that my first ever relationship? That's what I'm trying to check. Well, let's say yes. After I gave my life to Christ, yes, that was my first relationship. So it was like for 2 months or so. It was short. So, but kind of distract. That is the word distracts. It's not distract. It's not distract. It was. I don't just know, but I just know I didn't study as much, and so my CGP dropped. Like it dropped, and after I dropped in 200 level because of that lapses I had, I was now trying to cover up the lapses. So even though I got so many first classes after that was the first classes, like even though I had so many first class results after that 200 level, I had it in 300, I had it in 400, I had it in 500. I was still not able to meet up that gap. So this is typical me that wanted to graduate with a first class, but I didn't get to graduate with a first class anymore. I graduated with a 2-1. Although on the 4-point scale, yes, but it's a 2-1, not a first class. And so I feel if I didn't go through that 200 level ish, if I just did a little more serious studies, if I did not get overconfident, and if I did not allow the razzmatazz of school life to get in my line, I would have set the right foundation. So even though I did not study as much in final year, even though I would not have, even though let's imagine I didn't study as much in final year, I would still have a good grade because I've come to now know that your foundation years in university, first year and second year, it sets the foundation. So your 300 level, 400, 500 level, you are just basically adding blocks to what you have set as a foundation already, if that makes sense. So yes, so but in a way, I am not saying I'm unhappy about that decision. That's the reason why I'm saying the part when that question says that you're not happy about is what I cannot really relate to, because all my mistakes have played huge role in molding me to like becoming how I am, in affecting the way I see life, in affecting my perspective, building my confidence. So many mistakes I've made have played these roles. So I will not ever say I am not happy about them at this point. Okay, so I cannot relate to that not being happy about them, because in one way or the other, God has shown himself faithful. The things that I thought, oh, I want to get the first class for, I still got them with my 2-1. And I still saw that, 2-1 and first class, somehow they're always, this is not to discourage you if you're on a mission to get in a first class. No, I'm far from it. This is just to say what I thought a first class would give me, 2-1 also can present it. It's not even all about all you get as a grade now. There are other so many factors that come into play aside from your first class or your 2-1. So after graduation, I got to know that. So, but while I was in school, that was all I had in my head. And I want to appreciate someone here, Dr. Azubike Ezonwoke, the registrar of the then university Landmark University where I was. At the point when I went to see my course advisor, I asked him, I said, sir, I want to come out with the first class, and this is my current CGPA now. Although it's not too low, but I want to ask you, is there a possibility? I know there's a way they calculate it, but it's a long journey, because I watched it on YouTube. I saw how to calculate your CGPA in 5 years. I know what you graduate with. So I had to go and tell my course advisor. I'm like, sir, please, is it really possible I still make a first class with this grade? And he did the calculations, and he's like, you might be close. I don't think you might get to that 4.5, but you might be close. Maybe on the 4 point. And he was correct. I was on a 4 point after all my hard work. So, but Dr. Azubike Ezonwoke did something for me, and I am ever going to be. I even told my brother, I've been sharing what he did. I have not forgotten it at all. So he did like a get together, something like a teaching class, a master class. Yes, that's what it's called. For those that want to work on their grades and get good grades. And in that class, I just went. I just claimed just go. I just went, even though there was no hope of me getting the first class any longer, because my course advisor have said it, all lecturers I've met have confirmed it with me. So I just said, okay, no problem, it's fine. So then I went for his class, and he encouraged me by what he said. He said, when we ask you to get a first class, don't be discouraged. Don't say, oh, I'm already in 300 level. I've done the maths. There's no way I will meet the first class. So I can just as well manage my 2-1 level, just be doing small academic work and just come out with my 2-1. Than for me to put in all the work and still not meet a first class. So like, no, don't be like that. Because in your process to getting a first class, what you get, the values it imbibes in you learn self-control, you learn self-mastery, the discipline you imbibe in terms of reading, in terms of doing all those things, it works on your person. So it's building character in you, it's building a lot in you, it's building stamina. You're learning how to achieve things, and you know how you feel when you achieve something. Okay, I can get this. You're expanding your possibility mentality. You're building your capacity, and you're making yourself self-aware that you have the capacity. Because some of us have a capacity and we're not aware of it until a situation comes and it displays, and we're like, oh, I never knew I could do that. So when you're working on that, these are the things that you're getting. So he was trying to say, it's not about the end point. It's not about the end product. It's not about, oh, I'm already in 300 level. There is nothing I can do now to get the first class. So let me just relax and be lackadaisical and still manage my 2-1 generally. No. In that way, you would not be same with somebody who worked so hard and still didn't get the first class. Even if you and them are on the same class, 2-2-1-2-1, people act differently. The things you learn in the process to get the first class cannot be bought. And even if you didn't get the first class, it is not about the first class in the first place. It is about the person it built you to become. It is about what it teaches you to become. So after he said that thing, it's stuck in my head. See, I did not have to write it. I did not write it down, but it's super glued in my brain. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to drop my values. I'm not going to be living like a low class student. I'm still going to be like my A1 student. I'm still going to continue to sit in the front. I'm still going to continue to go to the library. I'm still going to continue to do all the things I have put in place. I'm still going to have my night readings, right? I'm still going to do my exams properly. I'm going to continue to be at my best, in my best elements. Why? I am building me, for the future, for tomorrow. This goes beyond what number I have in my certificate when I am done with this school. So let me not even feel like after all my hard work and I'm now near first class, I didn't even get the first class. No. I don't have to feel that way. And so I continue my journey. And today I am grateful because I do have the knowledge, right? I was just not able to meet up that number in terms of the goal. So yeah, that's the mistake that I made about dropping in my 200 level, but I am happy about that mistake. Not that I am not happy about it. I am happy about it because until now I've not seen any regret as to having a 2-1. Right? I've not gotten to any point in my life where I feel, hey, if I had the first class, it would be better. No, I've not had any situation like that. I've not had to wish that I had the first class. Even when first class are standing, by the grace of God, when you put me there, I will still stand there because I have the knowledge. So if you are saying let's solve something, let's do a debate, let's talk about something, trust me, I will answer just as good as a first class student will answer. Okay, so when you see my grade, my friend be like, you talk like a first class, why are you having this grade? Well, that will happen to me to the level. So yeah, I answered that question. So the next question says, what is your greatest achievement so far? Greatest achievement. This question is really giving me chills because I love achievements. I just love growth. I think achievement gives me the impression that you're taking you're going from one level to another level. So I love this question. I love to count my blessings and name them one by one. So, but in terms of achievement, what would I say is my greatest achievement so far? I want to believe it's about material things because there are some things that are not about achievements. It's God that gave them to us. So it's just grace that made it available for us. So it's not an achievement. I'm not counting those things. They are great. They're my greatest things I have in my life. But I cannot mention them now because it's not my achievements. It was very grace of God I had those ones. So I'm talking about the ones that I played one or two roles in getting. My greatest achievement so far. I think it would be studying in Landmark University. I'm not even going to lie. Yes. Firstly, let me also put it out that my parents did not pay a dime in Landmark University. In case you do not know, in case you've seen me on Instagram and you think I'm from one house that they already paid my 5-year school fees before I started schooling. You are mistaken. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're not mistaken. You're probably assuming because of how I look. I understand. Well, it's not really by its cover. So that's my greatest achievement, and that is because it was a goal I set. So I feel like I meet the goal. Yes, God did help me, but it gave me serious joy. I first of all told myself that my parents would never have to contribute to my school fees. It was a vow I literally made myself that I don't want to have to put them under that pressure because they will not be able to afford it. I was the first in my family to go to a private school. My siblings went to federal schools. So I will not come and use my big dreams to drag. As in, I don't want to use my own to spoil another person's own. Do you understand? My big dreams, I don't want to put it on my parents' head. That see, this is school I want to go to. People should better get around it. No. So I made that vow to myself. So even though, the storm became stormy, the waves became wavy during school at some point, God still helped me, and my parents really never dropped 1 naira to my school fee in particular. Yeah, they gave me stipends, they gave me allowance. So I'm talking about paying for my fees. That is my great. Each time I look back, I'm so grateful because it was a dream I literally had that I want to go to Landmark or Covenant University. I love them so much, and there was no way on earth I was going to go there if God did not intervene. There was no way, trust me. So being able to pull that weight, I am so grateful. God has been a great achievement. So not even the fact that I have a BNG, like a bachelor's in engineering or the bachelor's of engineering, not even my certificates now. The school itself, the fact that I went to that school is my greatest achievement so far. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what can't you do, Jesus? You are able. Great and mighty God. So yes, that's my greatest achievement so far. And so whenever I am in a position where I have to dream big, I am not scared to dream big because I dreamt about that and that came to pass. That's the reality. It's a reality. So any other thing can come to pass. So that's my greatest achievement so far. Going to Landmark University. The school in particular, not even the BNG, the school. Yeah, I believe I answered your question. Now the next question, when are you going to be settling down? Like, it's not like a pressure question, or I understand other question. The way it was structured is, when are you, or when do you wish? Yeah, the word wish was there. So when do you wish to settle down? If all the powers are in my hand, I would say before I turn 26. Yeah, that's what I would say. I've always said I want to be married when I'm 25. I have always said it. I don't know why. I don't know why people tie, marriage to their age. If I have all the power in my hand, I would say before I turn 26. Seriously, I want to have been married. Like, I want to be married. That's my dream. If the wedding can be on my birthday of that year, that's fine. So, but basically before I turn 26, at 26, I want to be a married woman. So, but I don't say this and like a warning to God. Oh, please no, I'm surrendered to His will. I would follow whatever He wants me to do. I would have it the way He would have it, exactly. So if that is not the case, trust me, I'm going to be basking in glory. I'm going to be basking in the Lord. I'm going to be very happy and joyful, grateful, knowing that I have other plans and it would have me do some other things before the wedding or before the marriage. So, but left for me, if you're going to ask me, before 26, I always thought 24 was too young to marry. So I really managed to myself getting married at 24. So, but I just knew that at 26, I want to have a ring in my hand. So when I'm talking, I'm like this. You will see my ring. So yeah, before I turn 26, that's when I would love to settle down. Next question is, what is one of your plans for next year? And seriously, that question just brought to my mind that I need to be planning for next year. I'm not even going to act like I used to plan my years. Let me not lie. I only plan my years. All the while I've been planning. Of course, I have dreams and visions for like the next 5 years, the next 10 years. It is not specific. It's like it's just in my head, more like a mirage. Not a mirage, more like a picture. So, but I won't call it a plan because there is no step by step way to get in there. So it's just like, oh, by this year I should have done this and this and this and that. So, but really, I need to have an outline plan. This question just brought it to my notice. I've not done it before. I just plan my year when the year starts. So when the year starts, I mean, after the course of one night, or maybe before the course of one night, rather, I draft out my plans and then I take it to church for the course of one night and pray about it, and ask God to encourage me to see those plans come to pass. So, but I haven't seen this question. I want to now work on it. I'm going to have to start drafting my plan for next year. Seriously, because in my head I used to be like, have you finished following the plan for this year that I drafted for next year? But no, I don't think I should be like that. I should have foresight to see up until next year. So yeah, I would plan it. So that question, I'm sorry, I have not thought about it before. I've not tried to plan my next year when this year is still like, we're still in June, so this is like 5 months into the year. So, but if I want to now think in my head, well, say, what is one of your plans for next year? I want to think in my head one of my plans for next year. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys. So I'm writing a book. Not like I'm writing it right now. I've had a book since that I'm supposed to write, and I've been dragging my feet. Is the word dragging my feet? Yeah. Let me own up to the attitude I'm putting up in that book right now. I'm not even being fair at all to that instruction. So, but in regards, bringing into my heart to write a book, and I will just write today, tomorrow I'm not write, tomorrow I write. Well, my plan is to have published one of those books by next year. Yes, that is my plan. I don't know if I will call it. I don't know if this answers the question. Although it's a plan in this year because I'm writing it this year. So, but I want to say by next year I should have published so that it will be in soft copy and in hard copy as well. That's one of my plans for next year. Yeah. So the last but not the least, I reserved this question for the last. So if you stayed up until now, you're about to get the juice. I just feel like people like relationship talk. That's what I feel like. This is not the most valuable of this video, but somehow people like relationship talk. It's fine anyway. What do I expect? God is love, so it's just normal that we would love love, we'll be true about love. So the question says, Esther, there's this relationship that you were in and it has been taking longer than usual. Are you guys still together? When am I getting an IV? That's a question. So let me answer. First off, you get an IV once there is an IV, of course. I would invite you. Secondly, you already said that the relationship is taking too long. Are we still together? No, we are not together right now. But about that, I would say, I was telling somebody, it's not all breakups that is breakup. It's not all breakup that is traumatic, bad. Yes, all breakups might be heartbreaking. Somebody might cry after a breakup. That's fine, that's understandable. But it's not all breakup that is a bad thing. It's not every relationship that ends and they go about to say my ex was this, my ex was the devil. In my case, that's not the case. So in case you don't know, in case you've seen me for the first time or you're probably a new subscriber to my channel, I also have my relationship on this channel. Like, not like I think I just had like 3 or 4 videos, so not so much. So, but somehow I used to capture moments like that, and that's why, some of you know about the relationship. So somebody is saying, why am I no longer seeing you guys, and then why have I not gotten an invite? So the exact reason why we separated is one of the reasons you already answered in your question. You said it's taking longer than usual, and I mentioned earlier in this video how that I am a visionary person, and so I do not only work with emotions, right? I don't only work with specific reasons. Sometimes if a process is not working, I have to withdraw to check it, to introspect and retrospect, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, scrutinize. Know why. What are we missing out here? Why is this not working? This isn't the plan. Where did we miss it? Basically take stock. So I am not somebody that will advise somebody to keep going, don't worry, one day to work. Please don't keep going, please stop and check why is it not working. So the person already answered the question when he said that you guys are taking longer than usual. I also do not recommend very long relationships, because sometimes maybe you're opening yourself up for temptation. You're dating for 4 years, 5 years. Are they going to give you a award for the relationship? Well, this depends on the person dating now. Don't misinterpret it too, please. This depends on, maybe assume you're dating 100 level. It's fine. You might date for 8 years, because by the time you graduate and go to NYC, the person goes to NYC, you might want to do your master's, the person wants to do their master's, so it might continue. But I'm now saying a relationship will take up when you're mature, when you're growing up already, when you're already done with school, and you're already seen marriage before you. I don't think it should take too long. Especially if you want to please God, you'll not be tempted to do anything stupid or anything that you are not certified legally to do. So yes, that's one of the reasons why we had to call it off. It was taking very long, and not just me now, both parties were not having it in a way, because we're like, I think we need to build separately, we need to build singularly. We need to build individually. That's what I'm trying to say. So I was like, okay, it's fine, and there was an understanding. It was peaceful. It was not quarrelsome. It was a breakup anyway, so it was heartbreaking, of course. So, but I've gone past it. We went over months. Past. So yeah, that's the reason why you are not saying that, and that's why you've not gotten an IV, because work needs to be done, and before you see invitation card, work needs to be done. So yeah, that is it about it. And I got a DM on Instagram saying, Esther, you guys sit together. I told that person yes, because at that time we were together. And the person like, thank God. Remember, I'm like, what's that? She really likes us and all that. We're her favorite couple. Not like favorite couple, but she really likes watching us on YouTube. In case you're seeing this, I'm sorry if this is heartbreaking to you, for you to have heard it. I'm so sorry, but I've learned that sometimes you don't need to live your life because of what people will say, or maybe because of, I don't know how people will keep up with this information. If you need to move on, and you have the capacity to move on, and the person that also with you understands that you both need to move on, people should just move on. Everybody will understand at the end of the day. So if people act like, why do you have to separate? I like people together. I'm like, I'm still not yet married. I'm still single, so it's fine. I'm not married to another person, so chill out. And even if I'm married to that person might be the person will be the will of God for me. Because like I said, it has to be the will of God. So the person will be. But in that relationship, I did feel God there. I'm not even going to lie. So I never for one day felt like it wasn't the will of God. I mean, I stayed there for very long. So for me to have stayed there for that long, I don't got the nutrition and my battery is low. Well, we're done with the questions. So for me to have stayed there for that long, it just goes to show that, I had God's approval while I was there. So somebody say, since God approved this, why did you put us separate? Like I said, we had to. When you hear things like we had to, it means this has to happen for this to happen. Like this has to happen for this to work. So the solution was separating, right? So that's it. That's fine. So we're good. We're good about it. So we're really maybe meeting new people, people. If it works out with you, with this person, why not? Please go ahead, get married. I'll attend your wedding. If it works out with me with another person, why not? I will go ahead and get married. And you attend my wedding as well. So that was how simple it was. And I thank God for the spirit of understanding. So there was no fight, there was no quarrel. Everybody understood everybody. And we are very fine. So I believe I answered that question. Yeah, that's the reason why you've been seeing me alone on this channel. Yeah, and I would see you in my next video. I have a video coming up about democracy day, just a normal gist video. I was just talking to you about gisting people. I will post it after I post this one. Yeah, so let me see what you think about my answers in the comment section. Is there anything you can relate to what I said? Is there anything I did not make clear to you that you feel I should clarify? You can drop it in the comment section. And what else? You can follow me on Instagram. Esther Machuku is my username on Instagram. Esther_N is the username. Why Esther Machuku is the name. What else am I missing out? What else? If you're not subscribed to this channel, don't you like what you just watched? You should subscribe. I mean, if you got to this point, it means you like what you watched. So please subscribe, hit the subscribe button. There's a bell by the button. Please hit the bell so it notifies you as to when I post new videos. And I would see you in my next video. I just hope it won't be long before I make another one, because today is a holiday. It's a Muslim holiday, so I did not go to work. I have the time to film this video. Well, I'll have to be creating time to film videos now. This is what it means. Okay, I signed up for this, so I need to bring the content coming. All right, bye. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because it helps YouTube show it to people, even people that are not subscribed to my channel. They will see it on their news feed or on their home feed when they are scrolling. So please give this video a thumbs up that you like the video, right? And yes, thank you for supporting me. Don't forget to drop a comment as well, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. If I answered your question, please come and talk about it in the comments. I appreciate this effort. I do appreciate your effort for asking questions. I like that you contribute, because some people, you tell them, ask me questions, contribute. I do assumptions. Those you and pass. I don't blame them. Maybe they don't have questions, so I understand them. But for the ones that do have questions, thank you for speaking out. Thank you for reaching out to me. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.